Hello guys and welcome back to Survivor, and guys, we are on the finale. How are we already there? How has it been that soon already? But I am ready to move on to new series of Survivors. Feel like this season has run its course. Feel like I know how it's going to end. So we're just going to have to wait and see whether that prophecy does hold true. I do think that Amber is going to win if she makes it to the top two. If she doesn't, I don't know. It could go anyway. I just know one thing for certain. Rob is not winning, because I do not believe that there are many people on the jury that currently would want to vote him as the winner.
What was that glare as he walked out?
He was looking at his, he hates his,
I think he was looking at Rob going, "Fuck you. I hate you. How could you do this to me? I thought you had my back." But clearly, you saying that you were a swing vote put the fear of God into them, because I don't know why you said that. I don't know why you did that, because that actually, I think, killed your game completely. Which is so sad, because you were doing so well, Big Tom. You were doing so well.
And it's down to 4, and I'm one of them. How'd that happen?
I'm still trying to work that one out too, Jenna. Honestly, I'm just as confused as you are. Nah, I think Jenna's done a decent job. I think she's done a good job of maintaining alliances and relationships, and being a duo with Rupert definitely did help her out a lot. I don't know how far that's going to take her for the rest of the game, because now it's duo v duo, and there's definitely one duo that's a lot stronger than the other.
If you want to take a shot with me and Amber in the final 3, then you can take your own destiny in your own hands.
Interesting. I don't know how much I trust him, to be honest. I really don't. He makes a very good point. I don't think Jenna would win against Rupert in the final 2. I think that Jenna would lose. Whereas if she chooses Rob and Amber and she can win that final immunity and get to the final 2, I think she would actually be the preferred choice of the jury over either one of them. I don't know. I don't know how it will pan out. But what I am interested in is whether she takes this or she tries to fight it.
Little did we know that we were going to be woken up today by Jeff pulling up in a boat carrying a huge basket.
Oh, give me a hand.
Jeff's like, "Wake up, rise and shine, I'm here." Whenever Jeff comes to the beach, it can only be bad news. So I'm expecting some kind of fuckeries happening right now. So, bless them. They've only got 3 days left before the whole thing's over.
I brought you guys gifts fitting for a final 4. Let me show you.
Yeah, okay, Jeff, you can stay. You're allowed to stay. We'll let you stay and have some bacon with us. Imagine if you'd been on an island for 36 days and this Donny rocks up with bacon and fruit that you haven't had in 36 days. Mouth would be watering right about now.
So, you have a camera. So you can take pictures during the day, make up your scrapbook.
That's so cool, because like this would be such a life thing of like me just getting photos from a scrapbook, putting them on my wall at home. And then when I tell my kids, "Oh yeah, that's when I was on an island for 36 days with my friends. It was so crazy. It's so cool." Now let's go watch the season.
I think it's a toss-up. Jenna may turn on Rupert. It may come down to a purple rock.
So it is still Purple Rock territory. Okay, that's interesting. The Purple Rock is crazy, first of all, because when it happened in season 4 and Pascal went home, guys, I don't think I wasn't ready for it. I sat there and I was like, huh? He literally was going to win the series. Him or Kathy were going to win the series, and then like everything just changed there and then. And I was like, oh. So the Purple Rock could change the course of this entire season.
I don't want it to come down to a freaking rock. I know. That's not what we played for.
I know you guys don't want the Purple Rock, but I kind of do want the drama of it. I hate to say it, but like I think that would be a really entertaining, interesting way of deciding who makes top 3. I know it's shit and I know it's awful, but also I just like the unpredictability of it. It's almost like punishing them for not coming to a group consensus, do you know what I mean? And I think that's great.
I didn't come 37 days to reach into a bag and let a color decide my fate. So I'm taking fate in my own hands.
Oh, okay, so she's going to be voting out Rupert. So Rupert's going home at the end of this day. Okay, cool. I feel like, should we just skip to the next day? Because I feel like we know how this is going to go down.
For today's immunity challenge, we have constructed a giant maze.
I do like a giant maze. I think this is going to be very interesting because the thing with a maze is it is a equal playing field for everyone. There's no skill level for a maze. It's just good at it or you're not good at it, in the sense of like you find your way or you don't. It's kind of luck at the end of the day. So this, great idea for a challenge. Oh, I do love a maze. I love when they do the maze challenges. They usually do it with like a group of them, but with the final four, this is quite cool. I like this.
Jenna's back with her second. Rupert's back with his second. Austin Rob back with his second.
I'll be honest, I don't really have much to add about this because I'm kind of just enjoying watching it. This must be the most chaotic, crazy challenge to take part in. The amount of focus you'd have to have in order to get this done. This is so much more exciting than like any of the challenges that we've done so far in this competition. Because I feel like everyone's like, this, it guarantees me a place in the final three. It guarantees me it. So like I have to win. I have to win.
Austin Rob coming back the other way now. Still going in circles.
Boston Rob is lost, and I'm kind of living for that because I need him to lose an immunity challenge at some point. I mean, I know he's lost now. This is the third one in a row that he's not had. No, he had one last episode. I take it back. I want him to lose.
Amber assembling her ladder. She's got two pieces put together.
Amber winning this challenge was not something I foresaw, but I'm kind of here for it. Because like I said, Amber, she's my winner of this series. She's absolutely incredible. She's done really, really well to get this far, first of all. And she made sure that she aligned herself with the strongest guy in the competition and the guy that everyone seems to hate. So if she ends up in the final two of him, perfect, wonderful. Give me all your jury votes. Boston Rob slipping over there. Hilarious. Did not expect it. Caught me off guard and made me chuckle.
Amber wins immunity.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Woohoo! I love that. Oh, so proud of Amber, honestly. Big, big whoops to her.
Somebody is about to go home. You have the afternoon to figure that out. I'll see you at Tribal. Head on out.
Bye, Rupert. It's been lovely knowing you, but like, it is time to go. I'm sorry there's not much you can do, sadly. There really isn't. I would love to say that there is more that you can do, but there isn't. And you got to go home, which is a shame because you definitely improved. You were 8th last time. You're 4th this time. All I can give you is applause.
I debated it, kept throwing the idea around, and I'm not.
This is a very interesting move from you, and I don't know whether you're lying to Rupert or not. I hope you're not lying to Rupert.
There's a possibility I could beat her. There's no possibility I could beat Rupert. There's no possibility you could beat Rupert.
I disagree.
I think it's really tough to work out what the jury is thinking, because I think Rob versus Amber, Amber wins. Rob versus Rupert, Rupert wins. Rob versus Jenna, Jenna wins. But when it starts to get interpersonal, I think Rupert wins over everyone, personally. Second place is nothing to shake your head out. Second place earned you 100,000. I'd take 100,000 for second place. I don't know if I would care enough about winning the mill as long as I made it to top 2 and won some money. Do you know what I mean? I think it takes the sting out of losing just a little bit.
My emotions control what I do. In this game or out of this game, that's all I got is who I am.
I think that's going to cost you $1 million, Rupert. I really do. I think you have too much loyalty in people and you expect them to have the same loyalty back, but not everyone does. It is a huge, huge shame. Honestly, my heart breaks for him because like I really, really want to like support him and be like, yes, he's going to win. But I just know he's going home this day. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that Jenna is going to want to go to a split vote. I think she's going to want to guarantee herself in the top 3. She doesn't want to leave it up to chance. Because if she is the one going home, well, fuck.
Jury reaction was pretty strong. Did you see it, Jenna?
I saw it, yeah.
Did it put anything through your head? Because the power is clearly shifted now.
This is what I mean. The jury have every single bit of the power. And it is scary because, like I said, Rob's not been playing a very good jury game. Every single person on that jury hates him because he promised them something that he couldn't keep.
Here we are, we're down to a final 5 situation and you betray somebody again, knowing you need them to get the money.
All I can say, Jeff, there's two sides to every story.
How is that an answer to Jeff's question? What's your side of this story? Because did you or did you not backstab him? Because that's a fact, you did. You said, yeah, we'll vote with you, and then you and Amber just didn't. So what is he meant to do here? What is he meant to be like, oh, sorry, my bad, guys. Really, really sorry. No, you took him out the game. Just be humble about it. Be demure. Be mindful. Be very cutesy, okay?
But then I also had to remember that I'm playing the game of Survivor, and it's outwit, outplay, outlast, and I felt that that person truly outwitted me.
That is a fair point. The game does say outwit, outplay, outlast, and I'm not talking about the horror game. And it's an interesting decision of, do I make my final choice as a jury member based on personal vendettas, or do I make it based on the vibe of the game, which is, if they outwitted, outlasted, and outplayed me, do they deserve to win more than the other person?
Today was a very tough day. It was very high and very low.
I feel like he says that every episode. Anytime he's asked, he's like, it was a long day. It was a tough day. It was the worst of days. Sounds like the opening to a Charles Dickens novel. I love him to pieces, but like, can we have some variation when we're talking at Tribal Council, please, for the love of God?
Jenna, fill in the blanks for me, because what Rupert's saying is he's either out or it's going to be a tie, and he's going to get a shot at fate.
Oh, so you didn't need much clearing up, Jeff. You got it pretty spot on. Okay, perfect. Let's move on then.
I'll read the votes. First vote, Rob. Rupert. Rupert. The 15th person voted out of Survivor All-Stars and the 6th member of our jury. Rupert.
I feel like the writing was on the wall. I feel bad because, like, Rupert is such a deserving winner of this show, but he just cannot make it to the final two. And that's the thing. People are scared because if he gets to the final two, he would win it. He'd swipe the board. Everybody loves him. Not a single person dislikes him. So it's a shame, but there's not really much you can do, sadly. It is sad, but what can you do?
It's part of the game.
I think that was a nice little cute moment. I don't know whether that would take the sting out of being betrayed like that. I feel like that would just like, plunge it further in. You killed me. Yeah. Ah, sad times, sad times.
Hey, Jeff.
Morning.
What's he doing here at this time of the morning? This guy has no sense of just let him rest. It's like just one thing after another after another. I'm like, I'm tired. Let me rest, please, for the love of God.
You will come along the torches of your fellow tribe members who've been voted out. Take a moment, think about the impact they had on you.
I always like the rite of passage. I think it's a sweet thing to do to sort of remember the people that we lost along the way, like the people we had to vote out. It does sort of add a little bit of a guilt element into it as well, which I find interesting. This is kind of crazy. Also, did not expect someone from Saboga to make it all the way to top 3. Saboga! Notoriously the worst tribe in this competition. Horrendous. Ah, that's funny, isn't it? But yeah, I'm excited for this. It'll be nice to look back on the season.
So awesome. This is awesome. Look at these.
I love that they've given them instructions on how to do it, because I would be looking at this stuff going, what the fuck do I do with all this? Like, what? But they've actually given them instructions, so I think they're actually going to look quite cool. They don't look amazing. I don't feel like they've done much, apart from just wrap some fabric around themselves. 4 out of 10 for trying, I guess. Like, it's alright. It's just not anything special. I feel like we've seen better from other people on different seasons, but this is kind of a little bit underwhelming and a little bit.
I think I would have regretted if I didn't come, and I don't want any regrets in my life.
I felt so bad. So bad for Tina. Like I said, one of the worst parts of this series is like the whole sentiment of like winners can't win again, so they have to be gotten rid of. It's like, well, if that's the sentiment, the show shouldn't have even invited them back. Do you know what I mean? They should be invited back for an all winners series, and then everyone's on a level playing field. But like inviting the winners back for this, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me, because it does just lead to sour tastes in mouths.
I thought that I might be, in fact, the greatest Survivor player to ever play, but I was a victim of my own success, I think.
I still think you are one of the best Survivor players to ever exist. Like, I don't think I've seen gameplay that's matched yours. In the 8 seasons, I still think you're the best player. You might not have won. There was that episode where they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of Rob C today, and he managed to turn the vote around. I was like, how? How'd you manage this one? That's crazy. Like Jeff calls him, he's the best Survivor player to have never won.
And each time you see your name, you feel that little punch in your gut. I still want to be out there playing the game.
Oh, God, I forgot about that moment when he just bashed his head. Again, Ethan, a victim of his own success. He was a winner, and he made it surprisingly far in this competition without receiving a single vote. So I was kind of impressed with that. But equally, it's a shame. It really is. But not really much you can do about it. It's a shame to see his perfect record tarnished from Africa, but
The reason why I'm here is because the reason why she's gone. Thanks, Jerry.
I completely forgot that Jerry was the sacrifice to keep Amber there. Yeah, I'm still upset about that because I loved Amber. No, I loved Jerry. Jerry was great. I thought she was amazing.
What I rely on is trust and loyalty and the better qualities of life. Maybe I just don't have it in myself to make it all the way to the million and lie.
Kathy, another person who I thought deserved to win her season. Oh my God. I just want my faves to win, guys. I can't be watching these series and these like people who I don't even think deserve to win. I hate it. It's so jarring.
And ultimately came down to bad luck with the numbers. Sometimes that's the way the chips fall.
You're a winner in my heart, Xian. Mogo forever.
I definitely consider playing the game with him as a huge honor.
It's so wild to me that Rupert has just been on his series, right? Just been on his series. And every single person on this show respects him above every other person. He is the Survivor legend. And it's crazy to me that, like, everyone has that attitude towards him, even though they've been on earlier series, they're arguably more famous, etc., etc. But the fact that he has this hold over people that's like, you are the legend. It was an honor to play with you. It's crazy to me. I love Rupert.
Today's immunity challenge is very simple. It's all about endurance. How badly do you want it?
I think the endurance challenges are the best way to decide who gets the final one. I think it's a great test of how long are you willing to do something in order to get immunity, which is craziness. But I gotta say, Jenna, if Jenna does not win this, she's going home. It's just as simple as that.
Challenge has begun.
I don't even think that this is, like, for me, an endurance thing. Like, I reckon if I really put my mind to it, I could do that for, like, a good hour or two. But I would get so bored. I'd have to, like, start talking and I'd be like, right, let's actually start a conversation because I'm so bored and I'm so tired. But, like, I can't just stand here in silence for the next, like, couple of hours. Like, come on, let's try and do something, surely.
Coming up on 30 minutes. Not much of a breeze, is there?
And I forgot that they were doing it in the sun. Oh my God, Roasty and Toasty came to play today. Both of them are out with a vengeance. That's not fun. This could not be me. Absolutely not. No, thank you very much, good sir.
2 hours, guys. 2 hours, 108 degrees.
2 hours. 2 hours. And I'm presuming they've just stood in silence the entire time. I don't think I care enough. I think I could do Big Brother easily, but that's because, like, I'm in a nice environment. Whereas, like, I'm out in the sun, 108 degrees, which is like, what, 40 degrees Fahrenheit? No, Celsius even?
Jenna.
Jenna's going home. That's tough. That really, really, really is tough. Oh, it's so difficult to keep your body so centered. That's such a shame. Oh, bless her. Honestly, she's going to regret that for the rest of her life.
I'm going to take you no matter what.
I'm gonna take you no matter what.
Right.
Why? If you're just going to take each other, just end it now. End the suffering and put Jenna out of her misery. Because she's sitting there going, They're fighting over who gets to take who to the final. They're going to be like, no, I'm going to take you. No, I'm going to take you. And Jenna's just sat there like a third wheel like, but what about me, guys? I want a chance, please. They've stuck this out for another hour just because their egos are clashing currently. Could not be me. I couldn't be doing this right now. Absolutely not. No. Get me off that podium. If I know you're going to take me, I'm getting off. I'm getting off. I'm jumping in that water. I'm cooling down. I don't know why Jenna didn't do that, because surely it must be roasting. And that water's surely got to be a little bit cold, right?
Guys, I can only reach down.
Amber.
Oh, that extra rule about putting your other hand on there. Cheeky, cheeky, naughty, naughty. You allowed Rob to win. Oh, what a fat L. So Rob wins the final immunity. Obviously, he's going to take Amber with him. Let's just jump straight to Tribal Council, because we might as well. I mean, he's already given her a car, so he might as well give her the $1 million to go along with it.
But then I look like a complete ass because I'll sell out absolutely anybody to win this game.
He's in a tough position because like I said, I don't think he can win against either of them. If he goes up against Amber, people are going to be like, well, we're pissed off with Rob, so we're not going to vote for like him, so we're going to vote for you, Amber. And if he goes up against Jenna, people are going to be like, you snaked out your girlfriend for $1 million. Yeah, fuck you, you're not winning. And so he's in a lose-lose situation. It's just more about who he wants to give $1 million to at this point.
Jenna, you were first off. What happened?
I don't know. You said my foot moved off the peg.
I bet it was, like, I barely noticed it. If there wasn't, like, a massive close-up camera on it, I don't think I would have noticed it. So the fact that Jeff did from his little chair, go, your foot's come off, Jenna, I'd lose it. Because, like, I don't even think she realised it. So not really much you can do about it. Like, with Amber, it was more of like, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. Whereas Jenna was like, I didn't even realise I did that, but I'm going to have to take your word for it because you're the host at the end of the day.
It had to go through your head a little bit.
Yeah, of course it went through my mind. I mean, how can it not?
That's what I love Xian. She gives the best reactions ever. She just sat at the back going, rolling her eyes. I love it. She has no love for Boston Rob, and it's so hysterical to me.
Well, strategically, I mean, I don't know necessarily that I even have a shot of winning against either of them.
Why is Lex shaking his head like he was actually going to vote for Rob? Like, can we be honest for a second? I don't think Lex is voting for Rob. I'll be surprised if he does, but like, I just don't think it's going to happen. So this whole conversation's kind of funny. Rob's kind of self-aware. He's like, I don't think I'm winning, regardless. I'm just grateful I've made it to the top 2. At least I get 100,000. Do you know what I mean? Not Alicia giving him the... That was so funny. Honestly, you have to watch the faces of the jury, because they don't give a fuck. They actually could not care less about these people. They're like, ugh, they're the ones that voted me out. So I have no love for them at all.
The 16th person voted out and the final member of our jury.
Shocker. Shocker. Who'd have thought it? Genuinely, going into this episode, I never could have guessed that Amber and Rob would be the final 2. It's almost as if I said this when there was the merge, that if they didn't get rid of them in the next few episodes, they were going to absolutely demolish the competition and make it to the top 2. It's almost as if Big Tom and Alicia should have listened to Kathy and Xian when they had the chance. Maybe they would still be in the game. Maybe they would be the final 2. Who knows? But either way, I blame every single person on that jury for allowing this to happen. For allowing this outcome to happen. Okay? I do love both Amber and Rob, don't get me wrong. But predictable this was.
You have gone as far as you can go in this game. The power now shifts to the jury.
Yeah, it does. Bye-bye, Boston Rob.
I didn't get blindsided. I think I was more observant, more strategic, and I had a lot more fun, that's for sure.
I enjoyed you a lot more this time round. I didn't get along with you in your first series, but I definitely did enjoy you this time. I thought you were nice. I thought you were great. There were moments where you annoyed me, but on the whole, yeah, you did a good job. Going from 8th to 3rd, smashed it. You did really, really well. So congrats. I think I'm going to leave this episode there. The reason why I say that is because we've still got 45 minutes left to the end of the episode. And I feel like I can milk this. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm joking. I just feel like it's going to be too much for one video. I already feel like I've had a lot to say for this video. So yes, you'll be seeing another video as soon as possible. So don't be alarmed if the next couple of days are very Survivor centric. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and make sure to like, comment and subscribe, doing all that YouTube stuff that you guys do so well. But until then, make sure to stay tuned for the second part of the finale, when we find out who won, Boston Rob or Amber. My bet's on Amber. See you guys later. Bye. Keep on ranting.